Washington, D.C. was swampland, owned by George Washington, by the way, before it was created as the District of Columbia, inhabited by alligators and snakes and reptiles. Now their evolutionary modern equivalent, lobbyists and special interest people, inhabit Washington, and Donald Trump famously pledged to drain the swamp. Well, Vice President-elect Mike Pence has taken a bold first step to do that. He's kicked lobbyists off the transition teams that select the personnel for the incoming administration. And most particularly, he's thrown out Mike Rogers, the former Republican congressman from Michigan. Rogers had been penciled in for the director of the CIA, and there could not have been a worse choice. Rogers, as chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, was instrumental in blocking the formation of a special committee to investigate Benghazi, the committee that ultimately was created over his objections and headed by Trey Gowdy. Rogers opposed the investigation for all kinds of reasons except the real one. The real one was that his wife, Christy Rogers, was one of the heads of Aegis Defense Systems, which was a security agency that was hired by the State Department to protect its diplomatic personnel. And while they were not directly responsible for Benghazi, they were very closely involved in the whole situation. And Rogers was scared that his wife's role might come under scrutiny or criticism. And for that private, personal reason, he blocked the formation of the Benghazi Committee. Now, the Benghazi Committee didn't do much to tell us why we were in Benghazi or why reinforcements were not sent. But they did explain how it was a terror attack, not a movie. But mainly, they outed Hillary's private email server. That was disclosed in reaction to subpoenas from the Benghazi Committee, as well as Freedom of Information requests from Judicial Watch and Citizens United. And as such, the committee performed a function very similar to the Watergate Committee, which outed the Nixon taping system in 1973. So Rogers played a very negative role in that and is a certified member of the DC Insiders Club. And his presence at the center of a reform administration would have sent a very bad signal. And as head of the CIA, he could be counted on to cover up the whole variety of scandals that are probably festering inside that agency. So good for Mike Pence. And most significantly, it looks now as if Trump's leadership style is going to be to select qualified, good people like Mike Pence, his new chief of staff, Reince Priebus, former head of the National Committee, a brilliant guy, and a reformist who comes from the Tea Party wing of the Wisconsin Party. And Steve Bannon, a complete outsider, from Breitbart News as his chief strategist. All of those appointments suggest that he's going to put really good people in charge and then let them do their job the way a good CEO does. And if part of that job is ousting guys like Mike Rogers, he's off to a fabulous start. Thanks for watching.